Welcome to 7 Pot Club. I'm Rob.
I grow hot peppers.
Today, I'm going to review the ATREUM Lighting HYDRA-1000 grow light. Although this video is about indoor lighting, I couldn't resist filming outdoors and taking advantage of an unusually warm March day in Minneapolis. It's 63 degrees Fahrenheit, when the average temp for March 9th is 35 degrees. That's why we need to start our hot pepper plants indoors. It's still winter, and over 2 months before it will be safe to plant outside. In this episode, I'll unbox this light, show you its unique features, and test its power consumption and light output. Let's get started.
I need light, strong and clear and bright.
Like I've said in the past, I get approached several times a month to test grow lights. I only choose 1 or 2 new models to review each season. Last month, I reviewed the Viper Spectra P600, which I really liked and has already been put to good use lighting my hot pepper seedlings. The light I'm testing today is from ATREUM Lighting. ATREUM is a US-based company who designs their own products, although this light is manufactured in China. They have some innovative ideas that make this brand new HYDRA-1000 light stand out in a crowded field. Let's unbox it and see what's inside. First, we have a welcome card and user manual. Here's a power cord and what looks like an RJ11 phone cord. Not sure what that's for yet. Same with this proprietary looking cord. There are both cable and rope hangers. Now, here's the light. I'm guessing the company probably wants you to read its name, so I'll flip it over. Just like the Viper Spectra P600 I recently reviewed, the ATREUM Lighting HYDRA-1000 is a quantum board light. This is a type of light where a large number of small LED diodes are attached to a flat board. Quantum board lights are silent because they're made to disperse heat without the use of fans. You'll really appreciate this if you're still using one of the noisy older models. Also, these lights are typically full spectrum. That means they're meant to mimic daylight and don't have the unnatural purple color of older LED grow lights. One feature unique to this light is the arrangement of the diodes on the board. On most lights, the diodes are evenly spaced across the board. On the HYDRA-1000, you can see that they're spaced farther apart in the center and closer as you near the edges. This is supposed to create more even lighting across the entire coverage footprint of the light. We'll test that out later with our light meter. There are 4 different colors of diodes: warm white light, blue light, deep red light, and far red light. Combined, they deliver the full spectrum that plants need. ATREUM claims this light can cover 3 by 3 feet for vegetative growth and 2 by 2 feet for flowering. I'm going to be using it to cover a 2 by 2 foot area. Another unique feature of this light is the ability to remotely mount the driver and controller. Just remove these 4 screws and mount where convenient. That could be a big advantage if you're using a grow tent. 1, you'd have an easier access to the controls, and 2, you'd keep a lot of heat out of the tent. That's what this cord is for. It's an extension to keep the driver and controller connected to the remotely located board. I don't have a need for remote mounting, but it's a really cool feature for those who do. Here are all the parts unwrapped and laid out on the table. There are even a couple of cable ties for keeping your installation neat. I'll quickly attach the hangers to the 4 corners, then I'll come in closer and show you a few more details. Here's some safety info. Notice that the light is suitable for damp locations, but is not designed to be submerged in water, in case that's something you were thinking about doing. Let's look at the controls. Not all grow lights have an on-off switch, but this one does. I really appreciate that. Here's where the phone cord plugs in. More on that in a minute. You won't be able to see this until we plug it in, but it has an LED readout to display the brightness level, which is controlled with this knob. Flip it 90 degrees, and there's another switch labeled Lead and Follow. This is another unique feature of this light. When you connect 2 or more of these lights with phone cords, adjusting the brightness with the lead light will also control dimming of any connected lights set to follow. I have 2 of these lights, so I'll demonstrate this feature once I get them set up in the basement. Time to test the HYDRA-1000's power consumption. It draws 15.2 watts at minimum brightness and 117 watts at maximum. The readout shows 98 watts of light output at the max setting, so apparently there's about 20 watts of overhead for the driver and controller. I've noticed after several days of use that the readout can read between 98 and 100 watts at max brightness, so it must be due to normal fluctuations in our AC current. Let's see how it performs using my light meter, which is reading in foot candles. Like I've said before, I don't own a fancy PAR meter that is sensitive to all frequencies of light that affect plant growth, but it should provide a good idea of the light's brightness and coverage. Here are the results, as compared to the ViperSpectra P600 I recently reviewed. Bear in mind that the HYDRA-1000 is about twice as expensive as the P600, so one would expect it to perform better. As you can see, the HYDRA-1000 uses more power and produces more light. Let's look at all these differences as percentages. For 24% more power, the HYDRA-1000 produces 32% more light at the center, 58.6 more at 1 by 1 foot, and 59% more at 2 by 2 feet. This informal test does indicate that the uneven way the diodes are spaced on the HYDRA-1000 results in more even light distribution across the coverage area. Now that we have the lights installed in the basement, let's test the link dimming function. I've installed the cable that links the lights and set the one on the left to be the lead. As you can see, it works exactly as intended. Anyway, I tend to leave all of my dimmable lights at 100% brightness unless the plants are showing signs of stress. These two HYDRA-1000s have already been put to work lighting these newly transplanted hot pepper seedlings. I'll follow up from time to time over the next 10 weeks or so until the plants are ready to head outside. I really like the ATREUM lighting HYDRA-1000. Here are my main takeaways. This light is a quality product. It's well engineered and well made. The unique arrangement of the LED diodes does seem to create more even distribution of light across the coverage area. I also like the ability to link multiple units and dim them with one knob. It would be even better if you could link them together for AC power and reduce the number of cords that have to be plugged into the wall or a power strip. If you use this light in a grow tent, the ability to remotely mount the controls is a real plus. I do wish it had a heat sink, because the board is a little hot to the touch during operation. The HYDRA-1000 is probably overkill for growing seedlings. Maybe I'll finally think about doing some year-round growing. Could a grow tent be in my future? Stay tuned. If you'd like to purchase or learn more about the ATREUM lighting HYDRA-1000, you can use the code 7POTCLUB to get an extra 5% discount when you purchase this light from Amazon in the US and Canada or directly from the ATREUM lighting website. Full details and links are in the video description. If you enjoy our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell to be notified when we post new episodes. Check out all our 7Pot Club logo and hot pepper related apparel and other merch at 7pot.club/merch. If you'd like a free 7Pot Club membership card and stickers, get the details at 7pot.club/card. And for even more 7Pot Club, follow our daily exploits on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For 7Pot Club, I'm Rob.